Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those that don't know me, I am Lady Mylita, and I bid you welcome. I hope everything's going good for you in your little world today. Things are fabulous here. So today I wanted to review our Sephora haul that we had. Kind of go over the products we bought, the price of said products, because I realized I did not share that with you last time, and what I think of the products. Is it something that I recommend you purchase? Or maybe it's just not that good, but I figure I'll let you know. So I'm going to start off with the products, the non-palette products. So first things first is our Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. Now this mascara retails for $32 at Sephora, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not tried it yet. I've talked about it in previous videos where I don't like opening multiple mascaras until I'm done the one I have, because I don't use them frequently enough and they will dry out. So I rather use one at a time. So I will have to give you a review on this on a later date. Next, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in shade Medium Brown. And the Dip Brow retails for $24 at Sephora. Now, I am using this Dip Brow today. I quite enjoy it, although I do find the e.l.f. Cosmetics one just as good as this one. So if you are pinching some pennies, by all means, I think you should go for the e.l.f. one. But if you have a little bit of extra coin you want to spend, you can't go wrong with this. It is a fabulous product. And next we have the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eye Pencil in the shade Legend. Unfortunately, I'm quite disappointed in this one. I have tried using it multiple times now, and it is coming out of my waterline. So the one I have, my Marc Jacob one, works much better than this one. So the hunt is still on for that perfect black water pencil. And if you have one that you like and you want to recommend, please put it down in the comments. I would love to try it. And the last thing we have before our palette haul is our Fenty Beauty, Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. And the shade is called Crush on Cupid. She is a lovely bold pink shade. And I have to say, I'm quite impressed. I'm actually really enjoying the cream blushes. I also got one in my First Try Beauty box, and I'm liking them. I really like these cream blushes. They go on very nice and pigmented, and they stay pigmented, so I'm quite pleased. And this Fenty Beauty blush was $26 at Sephora. As we know, that Sephora haul was very heavy on the palettes because I really wanted to try some different eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to go through the ones that I purchased. Most I have used twice, some I've only used once, and I'm going to kind of tell you which. I'm going to go from worst to best out of the palettes. There's 5 palettes here, so I'm going to go through them one at a time and we'll talk about them. So the worst palette of the haul was definitely the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte palette, and it retails for $59 at Sephora. Again, the packaging is beautiful. I love the Too Faced packaging, and the palette itself is quite nice. There's a lot of nice mattes, but the problem is it's so one-dimensional. It's not something I'm going to gravitate towards on a day-to-day basis. I want something that has a bit of neutrals and a bit of color. And although I do gravitate towards peaches for my neutral shades, I haven't grabbed it since I did my review video on it. And at first I quite liked it, but I found as I wore it, the darker shades kind of creased and melted off funny, and I just wasn't impressed. So it's not something I would recommend. If you are a peach girl and you are going to wear peach eyeshadows every day, then yes, grab it. But if you aren't, then I would tell you not to waste your money on this one. Okay, so that was palette 6. I apologize. So palette number 5 is going to be our Huda Beauty Pastel Mint palette. Actually, I have nothing wrong with this palette at all. I really loved it. I love the color scheme. It worked beautifully on me, and I have no complaints. The only thing I would say is if you do not enjoy mint shades, you are not going to get your bang for your buck on this palette. You know, like, I don't think you would even grab it if you weren't into like the mint shades. But if you are into the mint shades and you use them frequently, this is a great little palette. And this palette was $37 at Sephora. So palette number 4 is our Morphe collab with Coca-Cola. And this is the Thirst for Life palette. And it retails at Sephora for $30. Now, I've used this one a couple times. During the video that I matched the look to my 3 teeth shirt, I had a lot of difficulties with the glitter. So obviously these glitters are going to need a glitter glue, and I need to remember that before I use or purchase any more Morphe palettes. Now that being said, I did use this one on a live video, and by all means go and check out my Facebook for all my lives. I do save them, so you can always go and watch them at a later time. But I did do another look with this, and I used more of the gray tones over here, and I turned out a pretty cute little look. I was quite impressed with it, and it turned out quite nice. So for that, I will give it a little bit of a higher mark. But yes, it's a nice palette. It has a bit of color. It has some neutral shades. That's the type of palette I want. So if you are gravitating towards these shades, I do recommend them, but those chunky glitters absolutely need a glitter glue to lay down. So remember that before you purchase. So third place is our Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Now, I might have put it higher, but I've only used this palette once and I haven't had a chance to use it again. So that's kind of why I've put it in the middle, because the first look we did on the video was fantastic. She was a beautiful peach moment, and not like that. Actually, I like the peach moment I got out of this one better than I did the Too Faced palette. So that was great. Now the shades in here are something, but I have not used these blue or glitters or what have you. The glitter shades are beautiful and they go on quite nicely, but again, you need a damp brush or they don't show up. The mattes were beautiful and they really blended in quite well. So I was very pleased with my peachy look. I am definitely going to have to pull this out again though and play. Maybe on a live video. You'll have to stay tuned. And this palette is the most expensive palette out of the bunch. And she was $88 at Sephora. Coming in at palette number 2 is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. And you can get her at Sephora for $60. Now, again, she's one I only used once too, but the look I got was phenomenal. And the colors blended so amazingly. I absolutely have to get more Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes because I was absolutely shocked with how amazing the formula is in these. This pink Bahamas was like the standout of the whole eye look. The shimmers went on beautifully. I just cannot get enough of this. And I cannot wait to play with it again. But only using it once, and I know it's in my second place, it does say something. And for the first place palette is our Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. Now this is one I've actually used twice. And again, I just cannot get over the aesthetic of this beautiful palette. I love how it looks like a book. I love this gold edging. And like, it's not just based on the look of this palette, but what is inside of this palette. The colors are beautiful. I have done a couple looks with this palette now. My only complaint I'm going to say is I wish there was a lighter neutral shade for blending in some of the darker shades. But I am able to make a beautiful look using this. Some of the glitter shades are a little difficult to work and finesse in, but definitely use a damp brush And maybe glitter glue would also help with these shades, and that's something I'm definitely willing to play around with. I have done 2 looks with this one. We did a nice kind of purpley look on the video, but I did like a neutrally green look on a live. So if you didn't see it, they're on my Facebook page. I do save all the lives, as I've said, so you can go and check it out. But yes, this palette is stunning, and I am so happy to have it in my collection, and I definitely want to try out more Lunar Beauty products just because of this palette. Now this palette, I don't believe you can get at Sephora anymore. When I did check, it said it was out of stock. It did not say if it was coming back or not. So you may have to go to Lunar Beauty's webpage to purchase any Lunar Beauty products. But this palette at Sephora was $63. Okay, my darklings, there you have it. There is my little Sephora haul kind of reviewed for you all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go like and subscribe. I would love to have you here with me. If there's any products you would like me to try out, please let me know down below. I'm always excited to try new products and let you know my true thoughts about it. As always, my darklings, you know where to find me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Lady Mylita. And of course, as I've mentioned, on Sundays at 4:30 Eastern, I always go live and we film a little makeup look. Actually, this is one we did using Le Roc Pro palette, and turned out quite pretty. I always do save my lives, so you can always go back later and watch them if you are interested. That's all I have for you today, my darklings. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. Goodbye, my darklings.